stage at the Hollywood Bowl, one of the many stops on Whitney Houston's current worldwide tour. Her husband, singer Bobby Brown, is at her side for support. In the past year or so, she's needed it. Whitney has experienced everything she ever hoped or dreaded. But tonight, she need only stand and deliver. Whitney caresses her audience with a show so intimate that you feel you're witness to the public unveiling of her soul. The show is simple because her talent is huge, so big that there's no room left on stage for anything other than her voice. If a person can be born a singer, Whitney Houston was. 30 years ago in Newark, New Jersey, Mother Sissy sang for a living, sang for God, sang for fun. Little Whitney would often chime in. When Whitney was a teen, her parents split up, and she was briefly lured into the world of fashion modeling. It didn't last long. Whitney just wanted to sing.
Today he's brought his latest discovery with him, and she is, in 2 words, simply breathtaking.
Arista Records mogul Clive Davis believed in Whitney, and he had a plan. At the tender age of 19, he introduced her to the world on the Merv Griffin Show, singing alongside Mom.
Oh, how can I give you everything you need? Love to me, baby.
Her first hit, You Give Good Love, established that Whitney would be mining a mainstream musical treasure trove. Like her cousin, Dionne Warwick, her songs found that middle ground that reached the most number of people while offending the least. There were critics who called the music white bread for white audiences. Pure pop packaging, they said, but Whitney didn't change a note of her hit-making style. That voice, that face. Hollywood had been after her for almost a decade, but it took the right script and Kevin Costner to convince her to take the leap into films.
Rachel, I know who it is.
You just shut up.
Will you
shut up? Shut up! You're a maniac. You've embarrassed me in front of billions of people and you won't quit.
The enormous success of The Bodyguard and its soundtrack sent Hollywood scrambling to write scripts for Whitney. She has yet to pick her next project. She's been busy starting a family. Just over a year ago, Whitney married successful singer-rapper Bobby Brown. It was a controversial pairing. Bobby's bad boy womanizing image clashed sharply with the former choir girl from Newark. Plus, he already had a family, 3 kids from 2 other relationships.
She's just tired.
Yeah, just ready to go home and go to bed.
At the Hollywood Bowl, they're scheduled to sing a duet together, but Whitney calls it off because her voice has given out. It's no wonder. Her finale that evening is an explosive ballad, an old Dolly Parton tune that Whitney has made her own. People who say there are no real stars anymore have never seen Whitney Houston on stage. Back home in New Jersey, Mother Sissy helps with the baby. Bobby Christina Houston Brown is now 8 months old, but so poised, so patient, you'd think she was already preparing for life as the daughter of 2 famous parents. This where you got married?
That's it. That's where we got married. Ooh, beautiful.
It has been a fast ride to the top, but not always a smooth one. Earlier this year was rumored that she'd overdosed on diet pills. Then there was talk that she'd had a miscarriage while still unmarried on the set of The Bodyguard, and questions still hound her regarding her sexuality. Her refuge from the scrutiny is this property. She is at heart a homebody, and home is an impressive modern structure with circular rooms.
This is called the great room.
Called the great room?
The great room.
Because everybody walks in and says, what a great room. How many celebrities keep their awards in the basement? But this is actually the working part of the house. Here you'll find a living area with a recording studio, which Whitney now regrets installing. Too noisy, she says. In reality, she doesn't hang out in the great room or the basement, but here in the kitchen. And that's where we sat down to talk. Where are you at this point of your life?
Married, with a baby, happy, content. Yeah, you know, got a great career. I have no complaints. I'm blessed, truly.
Did it take a while to get here?
It sure did. For my personal life, it took me a while to get to where I am. I would imagine it was just based on being patient. You know, it's like, can't have your cake and eat it too. So I did the career thing, and I you know, went on and I toured and I made records and the whole thing. And then I just took time out from me, you know, and found out what I wanted, and I got it.
Which is?
Well, I got a great man. Got a beautiful baby girl. I have honesty in my marriage and love in my home and my family. You know, they're very important to me. My friends, who are my friends, are important to me. So that's what makes me happy.
It has been such a year. I mean, the great success in the film.
Yeah.
The baby, the marriage.
Yeah.
Yet recently you said, I think this is pick on Whitney year. Perhaps because you didn't give interview after interview. There have been all of these rumors about you, everything from your sexual preference to the fact that you overdosed on diet pills and so on. Has it changed now that you're married, now that you have a baby? Is it done?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it'll ever be done, because it's all about money. And it's all about selling those papers. And those people know who people want to hear about.
So that's the good part. They want to hear about you.
Yeah.
The bad part.
The bad part is they make up these crazy, crazy stories, you know, about the diet pills, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that was last year when supposedly, because you were upset with being too fat after you had the baby, you overdosed on diet pills, ended up in a Miami hospital. Your best friend Eddie Murphy came to see you.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
And there wasn't one bit of truth.
Not one.
So how does something like that happen? I mean, everybody has their problems with this. Everybody who's famous has their problems.
I mean, no, they do
you've had more than your dose.
Oh, please. OD'd. Yeah. That's what I OD'd on, press.
There were rumors that you'd had a miscarriage during the filming of The Bodyguard. And one day you said in an interview, someday I'll straighten that out. You don't have to, but is it something you'd like to straighten out?
I had a miscarriage during the filming of The Bodyguard. It was very painful. Emotionally and physically. It's something that I would have liked to have said myself, but they didn't give me the opportunity. I was back on the set the next day. And it's over. But I have Bobby Christina 1 year later, and I am blessed.
Did your mother want you to be a singer?
She had no choice. I was singing by the time I was 7 years old. I'm the daughter of Whitney Houston. I'm the cousin of Dionne Warwick. My cousin Dee Dee was a singer. My whole family sang. I come from a family of singers. And, you know, if my mother said to me, be the best that you can be. Do what you do. I have taught you well.
Was Diana Ross someone whom you felt you were like?
No. Never. No, I had influences. I mean, I had people that I could look at in my own home. My mother, you know. I wouldn't have to look at Dinah Ross. You know.
What does your church mean to you? What did it mean to you growing up? What does it mean to you today?
I love church. It was family. And it was always happy, you know. It was always, praise the Lord, how you doing? God bless you, child. I'm praying for you. How you doing in school? It was a family thing.
You first sang publicly in church, right? And you sang, "Guide me, O thou great Jehovah." Do you remember it?
Sure do. Sure do.
Do a bit.
Guide me, O thou great Jehovah, feed me till I want no more.
Is that how you did it at 11?
Yeah.
But the house must have come down.
Yeah, that's how I did it, at 11.
And then did you know?
I knew that God had given me a gift. I didn't know quite what I wanted to do with it. I didn't know I wanted to sing all over the world and sing on stages everywhere across the world, but I basically just wanted to be a background singer. I wanted to sing with my mother. That was safe for me. You know, I was very, very shy and very to myself. And I mean, in high school, none of the kids knew I could really sing. You
What
know.
was it like having two older brothers? What did you learn?
I learned a lot about men with my two brothers, my father. They taught me a lot about how men think about women. It was nothing that they said, oh, go, you know, you don't need to hear this. It was like, come here, I got to tell you about Barbara. Now, Barbara...
Could you change the name, please?
Okay, Betty.
Feel much more comfortable, okay.
I had to use you, Barbara. Betty, you know, I had Betty the other day. Gary had her tonight. My friend Joseph's gonna have her tomorrow. Now, what kind of girl do you think that is? And I said, well, I don't know. She likes guys. Say, no, she's a whore. That's what she is. And nobody respects her.
Did it change your behavior?
Yes. Yes, it did. I think it made me very cold in a lot of ways. I remember a friend of my brother's, I was standing in front of the house, and he walked over to me, and he started rapping. You know, I like you. I like you, you know, I've been watching you. Man, you're so fine. Don't you want to go out with me? I mean, you know, and I think what he had forgotten was that I know how he does women. I mean, he's with this one this day, that one this day, next week, you know, blah, 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 blah. That's his game. And I looked at him, I said, who are you talking to? I said, you talking to me? He said, no, never mind.
So then will you tell me about Bobby? Now, Bobby, you know, is about as sexy as they come on stage.
Oh, yeah.
I would have thought he would be the last person you'd be attracted to.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
So explain to me.
Well, that shows us how much we know about people, doesn't it? I think Bobby, we wanted the same things. Commitment, you know, relationship, you know. But, you know, my husband, you know, they call my husband a womanizer. You know, that's pretty harsh, you know. I don't think that my husband womanized anybody, because I know that if he wanted them, they definitely wanted him, you know. I don't think, you know, it was about womanizing. I think boys will be boys, and they have their fun, and they play. When they really become smart and they find a good woman, they marry her. And that's what they did.
Your husband has 3 other children by 2 other women. Did it bother you? Did it worry you?
Not really. I mean, not worry in the sense where I go, God, he has 3 other kids. I mean, what are we gonna do? My God, you know. That wasn't it. He had 3 other children before he met me. They're wonderful children.
You
I
see
love
them.
them, absolutely. We're friends. We have a good time. My husband takes care of his children. He always has. It's different.
How did you know?
I know.
How did you know?
Bobby was ready for the same things I was ready for. Commitment, loyalty, security, trust, a good woman, a good man. My husband's very intelligent. He'd had enough. I mean, how much can you do of one thing?
Of which thing?
I mean, you know, being with this girl, that girl, hanging here, hanging there. You know, that whole thing. And he didn't try to game me. He didn't try to rap to me.
How did your family feel? How did your mother and father feel? Were they worried at first?
My mother and father first had to get used to the fact that I'm a grown woman.
Yeah, the baby's getting married.
Here you go.
Yeah.
And that I was going to be married. I remember the day I got married. My father and I walking down the aisle. And he said to me, "This is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do." And I said, "But you're the first man I was ever in love with." He said, "I know." He said, "He better take care of you." I said, "Are you kidding?" Are you kidding?
Can anyone prepare you for fame?
No.
I mean, your mother sang, your cousin sang. Can anyone really tell you what it was going to be like?
They can't. And all they ever say to me is, "So you wanted to be a star." And I go, but it wasn't really, I wanted to be a star. I just wanted to sing. You know, I wanted to do what was in my soul, what was in my heart. This other madness, you know, they say that comes with the territory, you know. Ooh, it's a hell of a territory.
The song is called Something in Common. It's an explanation of sorts for those who think Bobby Brown has little in common with his wife, Whitney Houston. This was the scene last September. Little Bobby Christina was only 6 months old, and her famous parents were 1 year into a very controversial marriage of two very different pop stars. Your business manager has said that you are good for Whitney's image because it does kind of loosen her up, but that she might be bad for your image because you're supposed to be the bad boy.
It's not about image here, you know. It's about
but you know,
love.
it's been said, so.
It's been said, but that's what they say because it's business. It's not business with us, you know. This is love, and I think love is something more than business. It's not about that with us.
Do you believe in total fidelity?
Do I believe in what?
Total fidelity? Being faithful?
Oh, I am faithful. That's why I got married.
Told you.
Wouldn't have got married if... never mind.
I think I got it.
Yeah, I hope so.
You want more children?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Especially after seeing her. And seeing what, seeing what we can do together.
Think this marriage is going to last and last?
Oh,
Forever,
yeah.
as long as we're here.
Till the end of time. However long that is.
I really need to look very much further. I don't want to have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside, I can't run.